So lately I find myself asking, what is the future of SEO? And I've recorded a couple of videos on this, but I think it's important that I address it again. Because with the change in search engines and a bunch of these new platforms becoming the new age for people to search for content, whether that's on TikTok, for example, nowadays, a lot of people search for video tutorials or recipes or how to tie a tie or anything, they search it on TikTok. Previously, they used to search it on YouTube, but then again, YouTube has these long form videos with intros and all that, and people just skipped to the interesting part. So let's give you an example. For example, how to tie a tie. Right? There's a bunch of videos on YouTube for this, but you click the video, there's a whole intro, there's a welcome to my video, this, whatever. People don't really care about that. People skip to the part that has the content they need. And oftentimes you find that in the pinned comment, someone else just wrote, don't waste your time, just click this timestamp, and you click it and it goes to the part of the video where the video shows exactly what you want to do, right? Now, because of that, because people are more and more impatient nowadays, platforms like TikTok that give you essentially what you need in seconds are becoming more popular, as search engines, right? And I talked about this before, right? You have TikTok as a search engine, right? You have Amazon as a search engine, YouTube, right? Instagram, all of these platforms have a little search bar, right? This is a magnifying glass. These are the new wave of search engines, right? Social search engines, right? And Google is trying to compete with those, right? Because, I mean, you got to compete and got to give the people what they want, right? Google tries to, on search, when you search for how to tie a tie or how to do X, they give you like little videos, right? Previously, they used to pull them from TikTok. Now they pull them from YouTube, the YouTube Shorts. So the landscape of how a search engine looks like, for example, Google, is not just like before, the little text. You click, you go to a blog, read the blog, it's boring, right? No longer that, right? It is much more, firstly, tailored to your own experience, experience, and it is much more engaging, right? You have videos here, right, with sliders. You might have a piece of a blog here. You might have different little images here, right? You know, you have the AI search engine of Google, which is something that we'll talk about later on, which I've talked about before, right? The ChatGPT, but for Google, right? So the landscape of how a search engine looks and it's utilized is changing because also people have new needs, right? People no longer want to read that many blogs. People want to see engaging and get the content fast, whether it's through video, audio, whatever it is, right? So that's changing. That's partly why I wanted to make this video, right? And how, in my opinion, the future of SEO looks like is if you're doing SEO for a brand, right? If you're optimizing their website, their business for search, because let's not forget, SEO means search engine optimization, right? The engine where they're searching for, again, whether that's Amazon, where you're trying to make a product show up higher in the rankings, whether you do that by having the keywords in the listing, having properly optimized images, right? All these little things on the different search engines work differently. All these little changes you make, for example, on Amazon to get the listing to show up higher, you're optimizing for search, right? You're optimizing, optimize for search engine optimization, right? So what I see the future of SEO looking like is you no longer can just do SEO for Google, right? For the quote-unquote main search engine, because there's a bunch of search engines, right? Google is no longer the only search engine out there. So just like, for example, if you're doing, if you have an agency, an ads agency, you might test Facebook ads, Instagram ads, Pinterest ads, Reddit ads, Twitter ads. You might, in my opinion, you need to, if you're on a SEO agency, a search engine agency, you might want to start to diversify the engines, right? The engines being TikTok, Amazon, YouTube, Instagram, Google, Bing. You might want to diversify the engines where you optimize for search, where you optimize the website for search, right? So that's where I see the future going, right? So again, if you have an SEO agency, there's a lot of untapped markets here, right? TikTok's search algorithm is still very manipulative. There's people just doing optimizations for that. I mean, there's a whole world. I don't know much about how you would game, because that's what SEO is, kind of game the TikTok algorithm in order to show up on search. But for example, Amazon, which has been around for a little while, people already have found ways to optimize their listings to show up higher via search. YouTube as well. If you search for how to make a Wikipedia page, there's a video on this channel that shows up first, right? So I managed to optimize it for search like that with the keywords, thumbnail, all that. That's I guess I'll record a video on that for another time. Sorry. I do have a course coming out, an SEO course coming out, where I do teach how to do a YouTube SEO. But all this to say again that if you have an SEO agency, if you're doing SEO, don't just go to the old Google, right? Just like you don't just do Bing, or maybe some people don't even do Bing. Don't just do Google. You gotta do every single one, because you gotta capture all the people. Because people nowadays are all scattered around the internet, right? There are TikTok, Instagram, Amazon, Pinterest, whatever it is. They're all over the place, right? And if you're just relying on one search engine, you're not going to be maximizing the markets, or not going to be capturing all the people that come into your funnel, right? Hopefully this makes sense. Let me know if you agree. Let me know if you think. Subscribe to the channel. Also, don't forget that there are platforms that make your SEO efforts easier, right? For example, vetted.com, VETTT, that's 3 T's, is a marketplace where you can hire pre-vetted SEO experts, right? For example, Hillary here creates Wikipedia pages, Jackie here builds niche edits, Bradley builds links for local SEO. I mean, there's a bunch of services, your local SEO service, content writing services. This is one of my service. I mean, if you're doing SEO, don't just do everything yourself, right? You can outsource your work to people that know what they're doing, right? This is not like $5 backlinks from other marketplaces. These are properly vetted people. Everyone has to show their face. For example, no one here hides their face. If I go here to the professionals page, everyone shows their real name. Everyone shows their face. If I go, for example, here to, let's do Liam. If you go to his profile, there's an intro video right here where he talks about who he is, what he does. There's links to his socials, links to his services. For example, here, this almost has 100 orders. This is a niche edit service. Every single service also has to have samples, so you know exactly what you're buying and who you're buying it from, right? Who it's here and what it's here. You can message him if you want. Also, as well, you can buy these people's services by their skills, invest in their skills, or you can buy their time, right? For example, here, Bradley, he does mostly local SEO. You can click here to book a consulting call with him, right? So you can book time, 15, 30, 60 minutes with him to pick his brain on anything you want to know about SEO. So not only can you invest in his skills by outsourcing some of your work or your client's work to him in terms of link building, content, all that, auditing, but you can also pick his brain and have a consulting call with him where you can ask him, listen, I did this to my site, it's not working, I ordered this service, it's not working, what can I do to go from A to B, right? You can pick his brain and a bunch of other people. So that's what vetted is. I did want to mention this because it is something that I'm proud of what we built here. Not everyone can join as a provider. We strictly vet the supply here, so you get access to the highest quality of service. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Do check out Vetted and do give me your opinion on this. And yeah, I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.